Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next fighter to the cage, Mike Downey. Moving on to our second amateur MMA fight of the evening. A catchweight fight of 195 between Mike Downey from Victoria, BC and Darcy McKenna right here in Calgary, Alberta.
Yeah, Mike Downey trains out of the Island MMA camp in Victoria. Really nice Muay Thai skills. That's definitely going to be his bread and butter in here. He's not going to be looking to take this fight to the ground as we see him enter the convention center.
Now, I know that they might be the guy's first one or two amateur MMA fights, but there's a lot of other ways to get some, I don't want to say cage experience, but some combative sports experience. A lot of BJJ tournaments are going on around not only Alberta, British Columbia, Saskatchewan. It's a great way for fighters, even though it might not show up on their record, but a great way for them to get some experience under their belt.
Well, and Mike's got a lot of experience, like you say, competing in kickboxing, competing in Muay Thai, fought for the Canadian Kickboxing Championship. I mean, this is one of the hardest working guys I know of. You know, he works 2 jobs, he's got 2 businesses, he DJs on top of fighting. You know, and I think once in a while he even takes time to eat and sleep when he can. He's just a really hard-working guy, really driven, you know, working up to coming out here and making this fight, taking an MMA fight where he's used to the traditional Muay Thai and kickboxing. It's really exciting to see how he transitions those skills to the cage.
Yeah, you have to like it when you ask a guy to put down in writing what his training background is, and all he writes down is lots with a smiley face.
Yeah, that probably sums it up. What have you done? A lot of everything for a long time. Yeah, definitely. I mean, these guys making their amateur debuts, they're amateur in name only. You can have guys that are fighting amateur that have got a hell of a lot more experience than a lot of pro fighters I've seen get in there.
And please welcome his opponent, Darcy McKenna. Very good point, David. There's a lot of pro fighters that might have a pro, you know, record. A lot of guys that are 1-7, 2-8, and they might just be a professional fighter by name only. They don't take it serious. They don't put in the training. Just because you fight in a professional fight doesn't make you a professional fighter. In my opinion, like you said, you look at these guys that we just had in, and a guy like that's in there right now, and Mike Downey, that to me is, you can't call him a pro because he doesn't fight professionally, but he is a professional fighter in all aspects of the word.
Yeah, I mean, to me what makes a guy a professional is the time in the gym, the eating right, the discipline, the mental strength. And just coming in as an amateur, you see all these guys, they're training in solid camps, they've got good people behind them. The reason they're fighting as amateurs is because they do take it so seriously. You know, this isn't just a hobby for them, something they're trying to do. This is something that they ultimately would like to do professionally one day. Otherwise, you just go and fight as a professional. So we look at the tail of the tape here. We've got Darcy McKenna from Calgary, Alberta, who weighed in 190 pounds at 5'10", with a record of 3-0, and Mike Downey out of Victoria, British Columbia, who also weighed in at an identical 190 pounds, stands 6 feet, making his amateur MMA debut. Let's kick it up to Dean Panis in the cage for our introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, our second fight of the evening is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds and is an AFC amateur catchweight bout. The man in charge when the bell rings is your referee, Mr. Len Koivisto. Introducing first to my right in the blue corner. This man is a Muay Thai fighter. He comes in at 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing at 196 pounds, representing Island MMA from Victoria, British Columbia, Mike "Knock'em" Downey. And introducing his opponent to my left in the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist. He comes in at 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing at 189 pounds, representing Champions Creed from Calgary, Alberta, Darcy McKenna.
Well, the crowd was definitely friendly to Mike Downey, but there's no doubt who they want to see take this fight home is Darcy McKenna, the hometown boy. Got a lot of friends and family in attendance here. And here we are, we're underway. Len Koivisto presiding over the fight this evening. Both fighters taking their time here in the opening 10 seconds, feeling each other out, finding the range. We've seen Downey feint a couple of shots, trying to get a feel for how McKenna's going to react. Nice 1-2 there by McKenna. The second one got through. Downey returns an inside leg kick.
We talked about it before the beginning of the fight, David, as Darcy McKenna does a great job in catching a attempted body kick by Mike Downey and engages and is able to work hard and secure the takedown.
Yeah, it was Downey there, tried to even sink in a little guillotine, but McKenna wisely got his head out of there quickly, and he's moved to side control now. But you see Downey, no fool on the ground. He had his knee up there because he knew McKenna was going to try and get the mount, and he's wisely turning and using the cage, even going for an armbar here. But McKenna, slick, gets right out of it. Ooh, and a nice knee to the body by McKenna.
Yes, with the Muay Thai background and the nickname of Mike Knock'em Downey, I'm sure Darcy McKenna is much more comfortable to have this fight on the mat than he is have it standing.
Oh man, Downey's in trouble here. McKenna's got the mount on him. He's raining down a couple of shots and more to come. Now there's no head strikes allowed to a grounded opponent here, and that's why you just see McKenna posting up off the head of Downey and throwing body strikes. You know, it's one hard part for a fighter here is their natural inclination just start striking at the head, but they've really got to temper their strikes here to make sure they don't.
I was just about to see, I could see Mike Downey grabbing his left eye. I'm not sure if he caught a finger in there, but it might have been an eye poke. I'm not sure if Len Koivisto has stopped this fight or not.
Yeah, he has. Looks like he wants a doctor in. Yeah, Downey's really holding his eye. I think he's calling
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Len Koivisto stops this bout to a verbal tap at 2 minutes of the very first round. Your winner in the red corner, Darcy McKenna.